Hey, thanks for checking out Fast Eddie's Chop Shop. Here you have every right to be wrong, and I'm going to break it down for you. Sort of. Last night, YouTube took down one of my videos. And let me start off by saying this. This video is going to be a little weird because I have to kind of keep track of what I say, because I'm not quite sure what I am allowed to say or not. I've read their YouTube's rules dozens of times, and forgive me for not being more specific. Maybe I don't want to be misinform anybody. I don't know the specific number of times. Let's just put it to you that way. I don't want to violate YouTube's policy on misinformation. So I'll just say I don't know, but I've read them a bit. And it seems to me, now I'm not disparaging YouTube. I'm not saying that their rules are wrong at all. What I'm saying is that I'm not a smart man, and the rules seem to be, to me, and I know I'm not allowed to have an opinion here, so I don't know how to word this. The rules seem to be a little open-ended and subjective to the worldview or the opinions of the person who's watching it. Because the rules to me, and again, forgive me for having an opinion, I'll try not to have one, YouTube, but the rules seem a little ambiguous and subjective. But they said I misinformed people, I guess, watching the video, because you and I aren't smart enough to part and parcel out what we agree with or disagree with. So they took my video down for misinformation. I watched the video, let's call it 14.2 times. Again, I don't want to misinform anybody. If I say 15, that wouldn't be the truth, because it was like 14 times plus part of one. Again, no misinformation here. And I watched the video. My video was about a video that I watched. You can check it out on like DuckDuckGo or places where you can still search for stuff. Dr. Fauci 2004 interview with C-SPAN. And again, forgive me for meandering, because I'm not even allowed, am I even allowed to talk about what he said? So just you check it out for yourself. But where I'm confused is I called Dr. Fauci Lord. Maybe they thought I was making fun of him when I was just extending a term of endearment. In fact, not just endearment. I'm a Christian, so like Jesus Christ is my Lord. So I say that as a term of honor, and somebody who has lordship over me. So maybe YouTube took that the wrong way. Forgive me, YouTube. I did not mean to disparage, or what you thought was disparaging, Dr. Fauci. And again, I don't know if that's why they took it down. I just don't know, because I watched the video and I personally didn't see where I erred. But again, YouTube's always right, and YouTube, I will do better. I'll try my best not to have an opinion. And if I look at something that is, like the sky is blue, if you determine the sky is not blue, I'm with you. I'll toe the line, whatever you need me to say, YouTube. So I watched the video, I have no idea where I went wrong. I felt that it was more than an opinion. Again, forgive me, I don't know what I'm allowed to say or can't say. I just want to be factual. And even when I'm factual, I just want to make sure that my facts are on the same side of their truth. So what I'm going to do is, to simplify things, is where I'm still allowed to have an opinion, I'm going to continue to post my videos. And, things like True Social, Facebook, Twitter, and again, who knows how long, and you're not really allowed to voice your opinion there. But, and someday I may be doing an apology video to maybe Twitter or something. I don't know. I'm not a smart man, and I'm trying to obey all the rules. So, but I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Getter, Locals, MeWe, Parlor. Once in a while, when I remember, I always forget to post to there. In things like MeWe, it's not always up to date, but for sure, you can find me on the TikTok. I'm pretty diligent about Locals, True Social, Getter. And so if you see a video here, know there's a counterpart to it somewhere else. And I'm either at Chopshopeddie or Fast Eddie's Chop Shop, depending on the social media site. So if you see me post up a video here, like I am right now, there's another video that you can check out at another social media site. So once again, Chopshopeddie or Fast Eddie's Chop Shop. And then what I'll do is when I post my video there, I'll make a separate video here to make sure that I toe the line with YouTube. And all I can say is, folks, that, and I'm not even allowed, can I say this? That Joe Rogan was huge, is huge. And I'm not going to say who they is because I don't want to disparage our overlords, but they decided that what he was saying they didn't like, which means they didn't like the people that were listening to it. And they tried to take him out, but he's kind of too big to fail, kind of. But someday they'll get him. But what's scary is I'm nobody. I'm absolutely nobody. I mean, I post a video on YouTube, a couple people look at it. I don't know if that's an algorithm thing or whatever. I'm nobody on TikTok. I have, I think I'm being shadow banned a little bit there. I'll post a separate video about that. But I'm really nobody. And if nobody is allowed to have an opinion, free speech is dead. Now, I've said this before, that I believe, and forgive me, YouTube, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about everybody else but you, because you are always right, and I will always listen to you. But they really need to know, your senators, anyone that you can talk to, we need to get a bill out there that understands that not YouTube, but most social media is the modern public square. And free speech deals with the public square. Telephone companies. A telephone company is not allowed to hop on your call. Imagine being on the phone and you're talking to someone about Donald Trump. Forgive me for saying that word, YouTube, but let's say you're talking about Donald Trump in a positive light. Can you imagine if somebody hopped on the line and said, hey, my name's Timmy, and I don't like the speech that's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and end this call. You guys, and in fact, if you do it again, I'm going to cut your phone off. Click, and then the call ends. Well, they're not allowed to do that because government recognized pretty quickly that telephones were part of the free speech vernacular, meaning, forgive the frog in my throat. Am I allowed to say that? Is that disparaging frogs? I don't know. They're not allowed to do that because the government recognized that part of free speech is free communication, and a telephone was a modern form of communication. The telephone became the public square, therefore protected. They did not want Bell Telephone, back when they, AT&T, having the ability to silence you. So they made telephones, for lack of a better word, a utility, something that everybody needed, and you could not be shut down. The that you need to be able to communicate. And the telephone company couldn't shut you down based on what your opinion or what those conversations were. Fast forward to social media, it's the new public square. That's how we communicate. It's no different, in my humble opinion. I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about, just giving an example of another company. Let's say I was communicating with somebody through a video on my opinion, and that company stepped in and said, I don't like your opinion, and shut it down. We wouldn't like that very much, but Americans today just go with the flow. About, let's say, half our population, people who don't like my opinion, are clapping when guys like me get shut down. And I'm a nobody, but I'm a potential somebody, obviously. And just like you are, we all are. We're potential somebodies. And they need to get rid of us at the root. And half the people who hate me or hate the things that I say or disagree with me may be clapping now, but someday you're going to have an opinion that is different than your overlords. And that opinion is going to get you shut down. And eventually there'll be nobody saying anything outside of what they're supposed to say and do. And that, folks, is no longer America. I can think of lots of other regimes that it would resemble, but it's no longer America. Anyway, guys, YouTube, so sorry. Again, I'm not a smart man, and I promise I'll do better. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and beat myself on the back with a whip as soon as this video's over. I want scars from this because I need it burned into my brain that I can't go against what you say because you are right. And again, this isn't being facetious. This is, I'm truly sorry. I promise I'm going to do better. I'm not going to talk about the things that I want to talk about. I'm going to talk and say the things that you want me to say as best as I can. I just don't want to step over your line. Fast Eddie's Chop Shop. Here you have every right to be wrong, sort of. And I guess we'll see you on the next video.